Welcome back to talk about the 2022 Brockville Rotary Santa Claus Parade. I have Rotarian as well as a co-chair, Dave Paul, with me. Let's find out more as to what is happening. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Doreen, for having Rotary back this year for our Santa Claus Parade. Much appreciated.
Have you talked with Santa on your red phone yet?
Actually, I have. It's a long list in that, but I got a big family. But he's got all my requests.
Wow.
I know, it's daunting. It's a daunting experience.
So he is coming to Brockville?
He is coming in that. And I initially, I have to apologize for not dressing up.
Why?
Like I did in the past. You know, my sidekick, Ed, is under the weather, so I just came normal today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being normal.
For a little while, anyways.
Okay, so the date of the parade is going to be on?
It is the last Saturday of November, Saturday, November the 26th, starting at 5 p.m. And usually it lasts about 90 minutes, 2 hours at the most before it gets to the final ending point, being the Rotary Park, you know, the former Leon's area in that, But
yes.
That's the date to mark on your calendar.
Okay. Traditional parade?
Finally, we're back to a traditional moving parade, an action parade after having 2 years static, one, of course, at Blockhouse and the last year at the Courthouse Square.
Yes.
So that's created a lot of excitement, and I think we'll have more registrations than normal. Typically around 80 or so entrants, so we may hit 100. We're kind of hoping for it, so we're encouraging people to go on our line, and we'll have that posted in a minute and register their float, their exhibit.
So for the people that are coming to the parade, what time should they actually start lining up?
We try to get in about an hour and a half to 2 hours before, just to get into a staging area.
Yes.
The staging area for our exhibits is on North Augusta Road, around the former Abbott Labs, and heading, of course, north towards the overpass. And we have some parking lots for staging purposes. So that's roughly the time that the bands and the floats come into the area.
Okay, all righty. And so the route itself is going to be?
It's the letter L.
Whoa.
So letter L from Sesame Street.
Yes.
We start on North Augusta. We make one turn right, heading west, again to our end point at the former Leon's Rotary Park area. So it's very, very safe to do it that way. We've had a few issues in the past, you know, turns and so on.
Well,
This works out well.
Yeah. Well, you know, some of the floats, they want to put as much on there as they can.
Yeah, and they do.
Oh, I know. Is there a theme this year?
Yes, our theme is royalty.
Oh.
And I might add, you can look at that in different interpretations.
Of course.
You can look at it spiritually, the King of Kings, the Christmas story. I think the group that thought about this was essentially looking at the monarchy and our losing our majesty this past year. Or you could have your own interpretation of how royalty will be. We just thought it was appropriate this year to have something along that line that can cover different spectrums.
Well, you know, when you mentioned royal, right away I thought of the Royal Charlotte dessert. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but see, food.
There you go, it's an interpretation, like I said, so it covers a lot of bases, you know, and that's what we wanted to do, make sure it was done that way. So
for our public, what time should they be lining the streets, especially King?
You know something, and it's going to be hopefully a warm night and a safe night in terms of weather and that, but I think it's good to get a half hour, 45 minutes ahead of time.
Okay.
You know, get in your place, get your orientation. And one safety thing is to encourage the children yourself to dress up in bright colors, have a little flashlight, and by all means, just obey the volunteers that are trying to keep your safety in mind.
And don't run out into the just to see. I've noticed in parades years ago, because we've had COVID, that sometimes children they're looking and want to see, and so they come out into the street. Please don't do that.
Especially if there was candy thrown. In the past, there's candy thrown. Pretty well all the parades now picked up on that, and they have to be handed candies from people that are following along with their float or exhibit. So that's the way we like to have it done.
Yes, all that safety has to be put in place. So are we going to have bands, marching bands?
At this present time, we have 4 bands.
Yes.
And, parade is not a parade. I don't think you have a band, pipe band. We have the steel bands back. We have a band from Cornwall coming. One for Kingston coming. And the Queens is back. They do dramatics as well and acrobatics as well as playing the bagpipes. You gotta love the bagpipes,
Yes.
Bagpipes and the accordion are 2 of the famous instruments, by the way. Just got to point that out. Not that I play the accordion very well.
I didn't know about the accordion, but I thank you for telling me that, yes.
Yeah, so we have 4 bands and we have a clown.
You have a clown?
We have one clown so far. Whoa. Now, we all know a few clowns in town, don't we? On the positive, but
we do indeed.
We have a clown, yeah, so we have a lot of variety, and that's the spice of life here. So, yeah, there'll be lots to see, and it's ever-changing. But once again, I think we'll have a good number of exhibits and floats and so on, and marching bands, I mentioned.
Marching bands.
Yeah.
Now, will there be judges?
There are some judges from the community.
Oh, good.
And
okay.
I bet you're going to ask, what are the categories?
Well, of course.
Well, just happen to have that in front of me now.
You read my mind.
Yeah, we have the first and second best overall,
okay.
which we've had in the past. Best band, we've had that in the past. I don't know if we had this one, the most humorous.
Ooh.
And that could be a little fun. So we're giving people a little bit of an edge, and actually we've had some very good humorous ones in the past. Best walking entry and the best clown. So that may encourage some more clowns to come out of the woodwork in that, eh? Also best automated entry. So there's lots of particular opportunities to.
Good. Oh, I'm glad they are doing this, because it's always nice to have.
And we should note too that the bonus is the River of Lights. That's been sponsored year after year by CanArm. So, and it starts the same day, the same time. So, and it goes to, I think, around 10 or 11 o'clock. So again, check our website, and it has all those kind of details. And in particular, our sponsors. We rely on a lot of sponsors, like any festival or any event.
Exactly.
And they're all listed there with their logos, and always encourage people to.
Without them, we couldn't do this.
And frequent them as a customer as well.
Yes. And so the website that they go to is
SCP at rotarybrockville.ca. I believe Matt's going to put that up for people to see as well. But that really has everything on it, and it's updated on a very frequent basis. And if you want to be a volunteer or an exhibitor, you have to register, and the registration's right on there. And that gives details in terms of what we will send thereafter in terms of the specific arrangements, if, let's say, you're putting in a float.
Yes, exactly.
So that's the gold standard, is the website.
Yeah, please. Everything is done on there, and
absolutely.
Don't call someone thinking you're going to register, because it's not going to happen.
And it closes the Wednesday before, which is the 23rd. So if you are interested in putting in an exhibit or being a volunteer, get it before the 23rd, the Wednesday before. And that's just because of logistics and so on, getting things arranged.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, you have to, communicate with the people that are putting in an entry, and so it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Do you know, or do you think that the Brockville firefighters will be picking up the usual, because they usually pick up food items?
Yes, we actually have food items. The firefighters will be, and they're coming on, and they're strong. We have the college firefighters in their uniforms. They love coming to the event. And then we have people in floats that have people on the side collecting, for what are the causes, and the loaves and fishes, the food bank, and so on. So if you have some products, some food, some cash, whatever, it's well received.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah.
Now, what about letters to Santa? Did Santa remind you to have the children write the letters?
That's the only way he can look at the naughty or nice thing and put the appropriate toys out for the.
What did he say about you?
I think I might miss this year. I had some wild times now.
Well, all right. So Canada Post will be collecting.
Canada Post will be there as they are in the past. So they were there for your letters.
That's great. Yeah. And so what people can do then, if they come to the parade, watch the Santa Claus parade, say hello to Santa, make sure that the children have their letters, give those out. Then they can go to the lights.
The lights right after that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There's lots of parking available. And for those out of town, watching our interview, the parking spots are all identified very clearly on a map. There's a couple of very good maps on our website. And that'll help direct them where they want to station themselves to watch the parade.
Now, in prior years, I believe Cogeco or YourTV or one of the local television companies
will be recorded.
It will be?
It will be recorded, so someone that wants to see the parade, live or thereafter, they have that opportunity as well.
So they can watch it.
Yeah. Any shut-ins and that, this is one way that we can help them.
That's nice. That's nice, because not everybody can attend, right?
Very true.
So either channel 10 or 700, depending on whether they're high definition.
That'll be available.
Anything else that you would like to tell us about this year's traditional?
Well, I just think it's going to revive people in terms of getting them in the spirit of Christmas, and that's typically, the parade does that. I think Prescott's having, is it Prescott this Friday? I think they're having.
Oh, yes.
And I guess the biggest trend is more and more of the parades are evening parades. So there seems to be a lot of positive feedback in terms of lights.
They love the lights.
So, make sure that your float, your vehicle, whatever is well lit up. And I think this adds to the theme.
And the music. People love the music too,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people that do
Absolutely.
have music.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in and sitting down with
Again,
me.
thanks for the
I
invitation.
appreciate
It's
it.
much appreciated.
Okay.